Um, Thanks. It's great to be able to join the symposium. We'll start again. I'm an in-house business English trainer for a Japanese engineering company, and I'm the coordinator of the Japanese Association of Language Teaching Business Communication SIG. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you today now we've got the slides working. Okay. So what is Business English in Asia? I'm just going to give you some snapshots from around Asia, which will give us a good picture of business English uses and needs. Then I'll give you a couple of quick activities to try and meet some of those needs. Okay, so this is from Hanford and Matthew's study. They showed that Japanese staff use pronouns like we, back channels, vagueness, hedges, modality like need to and have to rather than must do something to build solidarity and harmony with Hong Kong construction workers. So Japanese business people tend to avoid conflict by being indirect, topic shifting, being reactive rather than proactive, and this maintains a group consensus, which is a social and a long-term business function. University civil engineers in Thailand, semiconductor engineers in Taiwan, they've got higher priority on technical reading and writing, and then as their careers develop, there's more focus on understanding accented English and developing workplace speaking skills. IT staff in Bangalore, in Nickerson's study, they needed writing skills to clarify, structure and summarise, and then more importantly was understanding the variety of accents and being able to switch between direct and indirect to match with the customer's preference. It was difficult for call centre staff in the Philippines to understand American callers' purpose and then to match that with the service they wanted. Their interaction skills were poor and they weren't able to show sincere empathy, for example, when a caller's relative had passed away. The 4 key sectors in Hong Kong, people commonly switch from direct to indirect speech, and the directness sometimes comes across as rude. So there's a priority on there's a priority on meaning transfer, so there's a need for pragmatic interaction and of course understanding different accents as well. So in summary, business English in Asia needs to understand native, more importantly non-native Asian accents, and then for the speaker or the writer to be able to give an appropriately structured response. And business English in Asia needs to build and maintain relationships through social devices, improve mutual understanding, and learn how to adapt to different business intercultural norms. Linking research to practice. This is authentic Chinese English from my research data. What are the important properties of contact lens? Simplified, what are the important properties of a contact lens? Then I get my students to try and identify some of the pronunciation patterns there, and then we'd discuss it. So the features that are affected by the Chinese L1 are adding the extra Y before important, merging and changing the consonant cluster on the end of contact, and switching the L and R on lens. Then I get the students to write their own basic sentence or question, try to modify that into Chinese English, but basically just play with modifying the pronunciation patterns, and then with their partner trying to clarify and then continue the conversation. Another activity based on Jo Angery's research, where she compared the textbook interaction with authentic interaction. But I think you could also do the same for comparing culture A's interaction norms with culture B's, and then get the students to identify the patterns and work out the relationships involved. These are some of the features that I'd like to see in the transcripts, whether they're authentic or you just use these features. And then get the students to try and imitate these features and learn how to accommodate variations in them. Thank you very much. I hope you could understand my Scottish accent. And if you want to make a relationship, build a relationship, get in touch with me at this email address. And we have a big event at the Japanese Business Communication SIG next week, so if you want more information, check out the website. And if you want a copy of my slides, I think they'll be uploaded to the BESIG website. And I think there's some discussion time later if you have any questions. Are we going to do questions just now, or will we do them later? Okay, so fire away if you have any questions. I think I noticed one about reactive and proactive. Proactive is maybe being more independent. Reactive is waiting until something happens and then reacting to it. Proactive is maybe trying to initiate, being more proactive rather than reactive. And enjoy the rest of the symposium. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Alan. It was great to...
Sorry about the technical problems at the start. Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you, Alan. It's great to learn about business English in Asia. Just sorry for the inconvenience